So you keep referring to your website where you literally said you're not taking steroids and never will, and you literally just took steroids. Nandrolone or Deca is a steroid, even if it's only at 50 milligrams a week. Coach Greg, and today's video is on Lazar Angelov. Lazar is one of the most popular fitness models in the world. As you know, I've been coaching people for years, and this guy's picture came up so many times, it seemed every second person that hired me would send me a picture of Lazar and say, I want to look like him. Of course you're not going to look like him. I'm like, seriously, you want to look like him? He looks better than I do, and you're natural, and you want to look like him. But is he in fact natural? The title of the video is, Am I Natural? My opinion on steroids, the truth. So obviously we all thought he was natural. Like no one ever doubted he might not be natural because, I mean, it says right on his website that he's natural and that he would never take a steroid. Like, let's see what it says. He dedicated his life to bodybuilding and since 2006 has been taking part in different competitions while never failing to win at least a bronze medal every time. He achieved that despite never taking and never will steroids. Lazar dominates other bodybuilders with balanced physique and incredible definition. Clearly, he's never taken steroids and never will. Is that just a clever disguise? Because let's face it, he might not be taking steroids, but is he in fact taking SARMs, GH, other performance-enhancing drugs? It says, I'm not taking steroids, but that's often a cop-out that people use to say, hey, I'm not taking steroids, but meanwhile, they're taking a bunch of other PEDs. I've never done a natty or not on this guy, but frankly, if I had, I would have said there's no way he's natural, and he's in fact on steroids. So, gonna watch this video and find out, is Lazar coming clean? I mean, of course it's on his website that he's natural because everyone has to lie, it seems. Not many people can come out and tell the truth. Is Lazar gonna come out and say, I lied all those years, I'm actually not natural, and here's the truth. Let us find out. I can't wait to watch this video.
Let's talk about doping, steroids. Everyone's curious about this, and I know you wanna talk about this more, so...
When I was in my top shape before the surgeries and injuries, I wasn't taking steroids, but I was taking clenbuterol. If you check all the statements I'd made, I was saying I'm not taking steroids. I wasn't saying I am natural, you know.
Literally, like I just said, I swear to God I haven't watched this friggin' video. They say that they're not on steroids, but that they're on other PEDs because they're very careful. I'm not on steroids, I'm on other stuff. He just said he's on clenbuterol. That's just a fat burner, and frankly, I don't believe that that's the only thing he's on. If he says, oh, it's just clen, no, that's a cop-out. That's like saying, yeah, I'm not natural, I took clen. Clen is a fat burner. It's not going to help you build muscle. Like, not really. I mean, let's be honest. Clenbuterol is not putting on all the muscle and not the secret to how he looks. I personally would much rather take GW or Cardarine than clenbuterol. I hardly ever take clenbuterol. I might take it for a few weeks, but it's not some holy grail of fat burning. It's not healthy, it's not safe, and I don't suggest you take it. And let me remind you, I am not a friggin' doctor. Do not do anything that this guy does or doesn't do. Don't do anything I suggest. Remember, this is just information on what I think. This is not actual information to listen to. If there is anything that's being done here that breaks the law, do not do it.
The first time I took clenbuterol was a guy when I was playing basketball. It was one of my last games, and a guy from the team gave me this pill and said, this is good, it will give you energy. So I took it, and I ran like crazy the whole game, but I couldn't score because my hands were shaking.
Yes. I can't believe people are this stupid. Like, this is a professional basketball player, elite level basketball player, and somebody says, oh, you want some energy? Take this pill. It's called clen. So you take clen before a game. Has any one of you taken clen? You get the shake sometimes. How much scoring are you going to do when you're shaking and feeling like crap? Yeah, you might run a bit more, you might have more energy, but is that the smartest thing to do? No, I won't take a cup of coffee, something that's legal. I'm going to take clenbuterol. Think of how stupid this is.
I don't think that it made a big difference in my physique. I think it just made me lose fat easier than without it.
And frankly, he's telling the truth. The clenbuterol did not give him the physique that he has. Had he never have touched clenbuterol in his life, he still could have got the exact same physique that he had with something else. He could have used caffeine and ephedrine and aspirin as a combination, a synergistic effect, taking these three things together. Could have taken other fat burners, carotid GW, whatever. There's so many other things he could have taken that would have burnt fat and helped him to get ripped. And frankly, just a low-calorie diet, a deficit, will give him shredded as well. Clenbuterol is not the secret. It's not the be-all, end-all. Oh, I'm on Clen. I'm going to be shredded. So some of you are going to watch this video and you're going to think, oh my goodness, if I take Clen, I'm going to get shredded abs like freaking Lazar. Nope, you are not. Those abs are from genetics. I know you know it. Say it with me. Those abs are, say it with me, from genetics.
I remember in my website, I put a statement, that I don't take steroids, and I never will. And I wasn't taking steroids. That's the thing. It was just clenbuterol.
But
I swear I never watched this video in advance. You think, oh, yeah. Well, actually, I did. Well, actually, I do have HRT, and it did watch the video in advance for me and told me to do the video. So, yeah, okay, technically, HRT watched it for me and probably subliminally told me what to do. But I swear, I personally had not watched this video. There's no way this guy looks like this just from Clen. No, sorry, he does not look this good from just taking Clen. Look at this physique. Are you kidding me? No wonder everyone I coach wanted to look like this guy. I want to look like this guy. The genetics, the ab inserts, it's incredible. This guy's complete physique, the abs alone, it's remarkable. It's genetics. It's not from doing a bunch of sit-ups. And no, just because you're dieting in a deficit doesn't mean you're going to get abs like this. You can't just do his workout and get these abs. And no, you can't take PDs. You can take every freaking PD you want. You're not going to look like this.
have you tried anything else other than clenbuterol?
And here it is. Have you tried anything else besides clenbuterol, like SARM's growth hormone? Let's see it. I mean, he says he's never taken a steroid, but you know he's taken something else. You guys know it. Do you think he's actually natural? Oh, other than just Clen? I'm waiting to hear it. I can't wait to see what else he's taken.
You know, on my website, as I tell you, it was written, I never took and never will take steroids.
But what have you actually taken? I can't wait to see. It's got to be SARM's growth hormone. I'm predicting it.
After this, I took peptides for recovery, for injuries. The name of the peptides was...
Of course, good old peptides. I've taken all the peptides. IGF-1, IGF-2, IGF-DES. There's so many different peptides. I could talk all day. Doesn't freaking matter. What peptides has he taken?
TB500 and BPC157. These are peptides. They really help for my tendon pain, so I could continue to work out. I also tried GH.
Did I not call this? I told you he was going to take GH. So, you know, I don't take steroids, and everyone says, oh, he's natural. He says he didn't take steroids. Meanwhile, he's taking peptides and growth hormone. In my opinion, growth hormone is the most overrated PD of all time and the most expensive. All the people that think, oh, if I only added in growth hormone, I would then be amazing. I would then get the huge muscles that I wanted. I tried it. I did. I tried it. I'm not lying. I'm not full of shit. I tried all kinds of different growth hormones. Underground, over the ground, legit from the farm. I tried it all. Didn't make a huge difference. Helped a little bit. Put a little bit of size on, a little bit more fullness. Not a lot more. And I'm not on growth hormone now. I'm not on peptides. I'm not on any of this stuff. I'm only on freaking HRT, except for, of course, the trend that I've been on since 10 that y'all don't believe. But whatever, it's great that you don't believe it. Such a compliment that you think that I couldn't get this physique on 140 milligrams of test a week. Love hearing that.
You know, many people suggested that I need to try nandrolone, like decadurabolin, for my joint pain. I was avoiding for so many years because on my website, that I will never take. And then I said, cook it. I will try just a small dose and see if it helps. 3 months on it, of I think 50 milligrams per week. I'm not sure. It's a very small dose.
So, okay, so you keep referring to your website where you literally said you're not taking steroids and never will, and you literally just took steroids. Nandrolone or Deca is a steroid, even if it's only at 50 milligrams a week. That is still a steroid. But at least he has the courage to come out and say he took something, because imagine how hard it is, because he knows that other people are going to do videos on this, like myself and Plate for Dates. I mean, I watched his video already, HRT in the future. It showed me his video. It was a pretty good video. I recommend you go and watch it. You got to respect the fact that he comes out on here, despite the fact that we're going to say, hey, you lied about this because Deca is the steroid. He's still saying it. So he might be underreporting the dosage a little bit. That's what I think. I don't have proof. I don't know. It's just speculation. That's just what I think. But I think that he's taken a higher dose of Deca than he's leading us to believe.
But I don't want to get into these cycles that bodybuilders do. Because, in the gym, I've seen many people that do steroids. And when they are on cycle, they look very good. And then when they stop, after 2 weeks, they look like they don't train.
No, 2 weeks after you stop a steroid cycle, the steroids that you're taking haven't cleared your system at all. 2 weeks after you stop taking test and enthate or cypionate or Deca, you're still feeling it a lot. It's probably going to take 5 or 6 weeks before you feel like garbage. So no, physiques aren't going to hell 2 weeks after you stop a cycle.
Other than steroids, so maybe you haven't tried some other things.
I don't know what
bodybuilders use.
I don't know what do they use.
I don't know as well. I'm just asking out of curiosity if
you mean
researched.
Different steroids, or?
Not particularly steroids, but there's a lot of, let's say, different types of doping that athletes use as well, and maybe some of them might have been useful in your case. And just asking out of curiosity, have you thought of going down that path? Have you looked at that?
No. I as I said, I tried peptides, but they are not for muscle gain. They are just for injuries.
No, there are tons of peptides that help with muscle growth. I listed them earlier in the video. Does Lazar actually not know anything about PDs? The guy's asking, oh, have you thought about taking anything else? Like, oh, no, well, like, what else could I take? Like, I don't want to take bodybuilding stuff because I'll just look really good and then look bad after I stop. I mean, I frankly think he's playing dumb here. I don't believe he doesn't know this stuff. You really think Lazar has never heard of a SARM? Never heard of a single SARM, never heard of Ostarine. He's literally saying, oh, I take 50 milligrams of Deca. He's never heard of Ostarine, never heard, maybe that'll speed healing. He's never even watched a YouTube video on Ostarine before.
So your preferred option right now is to not take anything actually and try to work more on your recovery so you don't feel the pain, and then you can do this naturally again.
So it seems rather funny to me. When he had the best physique ever, he was natural, except for Clen. And now that he's not natural, he looks way worse than he used to. That just, to me, doesn't make any sense. And having a physique like that in the past, it's got to be hard mentally to not look like that anymore. When he knows, and I think he knows this, if he went on a low dose of HRT, if he was in fact natural back then, and just added in a low dose of HRT, like what Coach Greg's on, it would make a significant difference in his muscle building ability, the way he feels, and so on. Lazar, go see your doctor and see what you should do. HRT combined with Deca, maybe it makes you feel like a new man. You get the body you used to have without the pain. Now, wouldn't that be a win-win?
Yeah,
that's the point.
I don't plan to take clenbuterol again.
A lot of people are like, oh, I just want to get ripped. I'll just take Clen, thinking, oh, that's safe. It's not a steroid. Just because it's not a steroid doesn't mean it's safe. Exact same thing for SARMs. Just because SARMs are not steroids doesn't mean SARMs are safe.
But I think also one of my mistakes when I was in top shape was that I wasn't taking steroids.
Why so?
Because I was training very hard and I wasn't recover the same way.
I mean, his advice is all over the place. So now he's saying, yeah, one of the mistakes I made was training natural because I was training really hard to get the body I had and not able to recover as much. Had I taken steroids, I could have trained half-ass and got all the same results and went easier on my body. No, that is stupid, moronic advice. Don't listen to this. If you have great genetics and look amazing and can look like that natural, don't take PDs thinking, yeah, I'll just train half-ass and preserve my body. Steroids are not good. Guess what? I abused PDs, me. This guy I did. And now my freaking tricep hurts and I can't train it. And all that PD abuse, yeah, it grew my muscles really big, but it made the tendon not so good. Calcification occurs. I have bone growth in my tricep tendon. And the doctor literally said, if you lower your testosterone dose, you will heal faster than last time. So despite the fact that steroids build muscle, they can actually tear down other parts of the body, like your tendons. And you know how many people rupture tendons and get pec tears and bicep tears when doing steroids? So no, don't listen to this. If you can look amazing natural, please look amazing natural. Don't add in steroids thinking, yeah, then I can train less hard, go easy in the gym and preserve my body. That is stupid advice. Sorry, telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Did you have this mindset that you will never take and have never taken steroids? So what was your thought process behind this?
I'm going to tell you exactly. Because at that point, I've reached the physique that I want and the size that I want without steroids. You know, I was taking clenbuterol, which is not steroid. So I've reached this physique without steroids, and I said, why would I need it? I would never need it.
So this is really a good argument as to maybe he was natural, but I just don't believe it. I can't. The fact that he looked so much better then natural than he does now not natural, it's not a good argument in his defense. The fact that he doesn't talk about SARMs or other PDs, the fact that he's taking growth hormone, that he knows about BPC 157 and TB 500, but he doesn't know about IGF-1, IGF-2, and other peptides, I don't believe that. If you have that much knowledge in one area, chances are you know about everything.
If you do bodybuilding professionally, you are on a level, you reached a plateau, for several years, for 5 years, for 2 years, you can't grow. I don't think it's wrong to take steroids at that point. But people take steroids a couple of months after they start training.
If you've been training your ass off for 2 years and you want to take PDs at that point, he's like, hey man, that's your decision. Kind of like the way I think. I don't think teenagers should be taking PDs. You should wait till you hit your limit. You don't know what you want in life. At 18, 19, 20 years of age, you think you know what you want. And then 10 years later, you look back and think, why was I a freaking moron at age 19? Why did I do all that stuff? You need to worry about the problems now. Do not take anything until you've thought of it for a long time. You talk to your doctor, done all the research. Lazar does not want you to take PDs as a teenager. Wait until you've peaked out your natural genetic limit at the very least. And at that point, if you're an adult and it's legal in your country, then do what you want. So what are my conclusions? I don't actually think he was actually natural back then. I don't. Maybe he was. I mean, I'm looking at the pictures, the videos. I doubt it. It's possible. It is possible. I just really don't think he did. He said he wasn't taking steroids. It was clearly a cover-up for taking other things. He said, I'm not on steroids. He misled us by saying, I'm not on steroids. I want them to think I'm natural. I'm going to say I'm not on steroids. If he actually was truly honest, he would have said, I'm not on steroids, but I'm other stuff. I do take PDs. I'm not actually 100% natural. Made it look like he was natural. Later on, he came out and said, I've done DECA. DECA is a steroid. He said he would never do it. So clearly he lied, but at least he's coming out and saying he did it. I don't believe the dose was only 50 milligrams. And I do believe that if he was on HRT and DECA, he would look better and feel better. I don't believe that having an amazing body like that in the past, natural, and that now with PDs, he couldn't continue to look like that. I mean, think of it. Jeff Cavalier and Michael Hearn, they're natural and they look better at 45 and 50 than they did when they were in their 30s. So why can't Lazar? Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IB Pro. Blooping up the 2 videos. Be sure to watch Derek's video. It was amazing. I watch it in the future on HRT. And follow me on Instagram, TikTok. Buy my freaking cookbook. And until next time, I'm out.